Alright guys, here's my Lincoln Electric Eagle generator. This has the Kohler CH730 gas engine in it. I went to go use this guy the other day and the fuel pump went out on me. We're going to be replacing this fuel pump. Looks to be real simple. So this is actually your fuel pump right here, located on the valve cover of the motor. So you have your fuel filter coming up on the side and up to your fuel pump up here. We're going to be replacing that guy. We're going to be replacing this fuel filter and seeing if we can get her started. Here's our fuel pump. So we got this guy off Amazon for $26. Comes with a fuel filter. So it looks like this has the whole valve cover with it. This one comes with an oil fill, which I don't believe my other one has. Fuel line. We got some gaskets and some bolts. And then a fuel shut off. Alright guys, we're going to start by taking these two fuel clamps off of the top of the fuel pump. Some pliers should do. Got our hoses off. We're going to take an 8mm socket and take these 4 bolts off. Take this cover off, just give us a little bit more room. The 4 bolts are out. Pull our valve cover off. Now that this guy's off, we'll grab our new one. We're gonna grab our valve cover gasket. I'm gonna set that guy in there. This valve cover only goes one way. So our gasket is in. We're gonna put our fuel connectors in. I forgot to show you on the new one. Putting these guys in, you're gonna have to squeeze these tabs right here. So there's one on that side, and then there's one on this side. That basically widens that hole up so you can slip this connector down in there. So I have a pair of these pliers right here. It kind of wrap around. See, when you squeeze it, that thing kind of widens up. Pop your guy in and she should be locked in. You know it's sitting right when these two are flush, when the housing is flush with that fitting. Our arrows are facing towards the carburetor, so we're just going to put a straight fitting on this side. Now we're going to take our new bolts. Now we're just going to hook our fuel lines back up. So it also came with new hose clamps, so we're going to take these old hose clamps off and put our new ones on. Okay, one's on. It did come with this extra piece of hose. I'm going to take this shutoff valve, and there's an arrow on it. So we're going to put our arrow facing towards our fuel pump, and then we're going to put our new hose on the other side. That way we have our shutoff valve. So we're going to run this side of the hose to the other side of our fuel pump. Put a new hose clamp on there before we forget. We're going to put another hose clamp on there. And then we'll run this guy up to our fuel pump. And then down here at the fuel filter, we're going to replace this guy. So we're going to take this guy loose. We're going to cut back some of this hose since now it's a little bit longer. Get that guy out of there. Remember, everything's directional. It has an arrow, so you want to go with the flow to the motor. And we'll cut this guy back a little bit. Hose is cut. New hose clamp. Alright guys, simple job turned into something messy. All because I dropped this little plug right here. So don't drop anything in there. It was just on the top of this little, on these little vents right here is where I accidentally dropped it. And it came down here and got stuck on this magnet right on the flywheel. It wouldn't crank over. It would just stop it. So just make sure not to drop anything in there. So we got the fuel filter on, got our fuel shut off on. Now that we got this plug out of here, and now that it's not jammed up on our flywheel, I'm put some of this back together and then we'll try to start it. All right guys, I got this thing put back together. So now we're gonna see if she fires up. My battery's dead. And this thing's just fighting me today. Alright, I got a battery hooked up, some jumper cables to our battery in there. All right, guys, well, there she is. She's running. Fuel pump works. We got our Lincoln back up and running. The fuel pump is working good. If this video helped you guys out, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.